When you didn't eat, you made sure we ate. You went to sleep hungry. You the real MVP.
I thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a part of something I've always dreamed about. Fuck, man. Thank you guys.
These are the NBA moments that made fans cry.
And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world.
I love you guys. You guys, you're my ride or die.
And for our first one, we have Magic Johnson being diagnosed with HIV. Magic was the heart and soul of the Los Angeles Lakers. He helped the Showtime Lakers win 5 NBA titles throughout the 1980s. However, people were shocked when on November 7th, 1991, he announced that he was diagnosed with HIV and said that he would retire instantly. This sent a shock through the basketball world as it seemed like the Lakers lost their biggest star and the NBA lost a legend. But fortunately, this is not the end of the story. 5 years later, Johnson stunned the NBA universe again by coming out of retirement saying that he beat the virus. The fact that he only played 32 games was insignificant. This moment was about resilience and the ability to persevere, despite facing insurmountable challenges. It was heartwarming to watch Magic take the court in a Lakers uniform, even though it was only for a brief period of time. This moment was definitely one that made NBA fans cry. Just like our next one, when Steph Curry won his 4th championship for the Warriors dynasty, this felt just like another impressive win. But for Steph, this was something special. Until this moment, people have doubted him. They accepted him as one of the greatest shooters ever, but they questioned his ability to perform when it's most important. Even though Steph already won 3 championships and 2 MVPs, for some people, this still wasn't enough. Because in the 2015 NBA Finals, Curry had average numbers and LeBron outshined him. And though they won, the Finals MVP went to 𝘼𝙑𝙑. The next year, playoff LeBron again dominated, while Steph was struggling, and finally, the Cavs brought home the trophy. But in 2017 and 18, Curry finally put up MVP numbers in the playoffs, scoring over 28 points per night. But this time, they had Kevin Durant on their roster, and he played as good, if not even better than Steph. But in the 2022 NBA Finals, things changed. Curry won his 4th championship, and this time, there was no KD and he wasn't struggling. This time, he carried the team and won the Finals MVP. Now, no one was able to doubt his ability to come up clutch anymore. Furthermore, he shared an emotional moment with his dad, saying that his father is proud. Damn, that's even gonna make me cry if we don't move on. So we better move on, because we still have to talk about Klay Thompson returning from injury, Kevin Garnett teaching us that anything is possible, and Luka Doncic surprising a handicapped fan. So let's start with Luka. Most people know that Doncic can absolutely stun people with what he does on the court, but only few people talk about what he does off the court. I bet you didn't know that Luka has his own foundation. He has been giving back to society with his foundation, the Luka Doncic Foundation. It aims to help children to improve their health and well-being through play. Doncic was nominated for the 2022 NBA Community Assist Award for his generous actions in helping children across the country. Recently, the point guard gave a lifetime surprise to a young fan. The young boy, Chase, is a basketball player who unfortunately lost both his hands and legs. So Luka decided to buy him some presents, including a signed jersey, and invite him to be his guest at the All-Star game. Just look at it. It's absolutely beautiful.
I know you're a really big Luka Doncic fan. Yeah. So, guys, let him know! James! You're going to NBA All-Star Weekend with Luka Doncic.
This is just the most amazing moment of my life.
We're about to surprise Chase right now with Luka Doncic. She has no idea.
Chase, I have a really, really big surprise for you. On a count of 3, I want you to take your blindfolds off. 1, 2, 3. Chase! Chase! It's Luka Doncic!
I got some presents for you, man. Got some shirts, some jerseys. It's for you. How you been? Good?
Good.
I want to ask you a question. Want to be a guest in practice today?
Yeah.
And the game too?
You're Luka Doncic's guest at his practice today and the game tomorrow.
When I got sick, I lost my hands and my legs, but I never lost hope. This is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me.
If you are also about to cry, then consider subscribing to this channel for more NBA content. It would mean a lot to me and my humble channel. But now, we have to talk about LeBron. LeBron James had an incredible career in the NBA, from dominant stats over multiple MVPs to 4 championships with 3 different teams. The King has done it all, but his journey wasn't just bright all the time. He had to face many challenges, like being considered a villain by the entire NBA when switching to the Heat, or being caught unable to come up clutch when they couldn't even win the title. However, there's one feat that stands out, and all the adversity, challenges, and years on years of hard work is what makes this achievement so special. Because on February 7th, 2023, LeBron James broke the NBA scoring board, while for other players, this was a normal game. For LeBron, this was the result of 20+ years of fully dedicating yourself to basketball. So to break out in tears seems like the most normal thing one can do.
LeBron James, a shot at history. LeBron stands alone. The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
It's time to talk about 𝘾𝙤𝙤𝙩, because this moment changed his life. Garnett was a ferocious competitor, a passionate, intense, hyper-focused player on the hardwood who enjoyed verbal sparring. Selected by the Timberwolves with the 5th overall pick in the 1995 NBA draft, he quickly developed into a great player and showed the team what he could do, averaging over 20 points and over 10 rebounds per game from his 4th season onwards. However, there was one thing that KG didn't have: playoff success. He led the Timberwolves to the playoffs 8 times in his first 12 seasons, but they weren't able to make a deeper run. For Garnett, this was daunting because the only thing he wanted was to win a championship. 12 years and not even an NBA Finals appearance. But like most of the time, the story doesn't end here. In 2007, Garnett was traded to the Celtics and he was paired with Ray Allen and Paul Pierce. Little did anyone know that the team would make an NBA Finals in their first season with KG in a green jersey. They had to face the Lakers with Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, and Derek Fisher. And after 6 hard-fought games, 𝘾𝙤𝙤𝙪 finally won a championship and screamed out his famous words.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
While this moment made NBA fans cry because it was beautiful, the next one unfortunately made everyone cry because something horrible happened. On January 26, 2020, Kobe Bryant wanted to visit an NBA game with his daughter Gianna. The weather was foggy, but Kobe decided to take his helicopter anyway. When NBA fans later received the news that his helicopter crashed, everyone was shocked. Later on, Shaq gave an emotional speech about Kobe's death.
We up here, we work a lot. And I think a lot of times we take stuff for granted. Like, I don't talk to you guys as much as I need to. The fact that we're not going to be able to joke at his Hall of Fame ceremony. We're not going to be able to say, hi, I got 5, you got 4. Those are the things that you can't get back. And
Kobe will show her some new Mamba moves today, and GG soon masters them. Kobe, your Heavens MVP. I love you, my man, till we meet again.
Damn. No, my eyes are really starting to get wet. Alright, let's bring up the mood again by explaining how Klay Thompson returned from injury. Since Thompson arrived in 2011, he's established himself as one of the best 3-point shooters in NBA history. Klay played many seasons without issues. However, his career was nearly cut short during the 2019 NBA Finals when he suffered a torn ACL in Game 6 of the series. But the setbacks didn't end there. As Klay was working ferociously to return in 2020, he would suffer a torn Achilles tendon that would cost him another season of play. At this point, people thought that Klay's career was over. They believed that he would not be able to play at an all-star level anymore after being in rehab for over 2 years. But Thompson proved them wrong. After over 2 years of work and determination, Thompson finally made his return to the court on January 9th, 2022. His return was perfect timing for the Warriors as they made a late postseason push. Klay appeared in 32 games and averaged 20.4 PPG. He then appeared in all 22 playoff games to help the Warriors return to the top with an NBA title. What once looked impossible was now a reality for Thompson, and the Warriors look poised to add to their dynasty moving forward with him aboard. That's what I call tears of joy. We have almost made it to the end, so make sure to stick it with me because we still have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Dirk Nowitzki on our list. Giannis has one of the most incredible stories in the NBA. He started playing basketball on a playground in Greece, while his family didn't even have the permission to stay there as they were migrants from Nigeria. A coach spotted his talent and encouraged him to play organized basketball. A few years later, Giannis had worked relentlessly and finally made the NBA. It was a long journey full of problems and challenges. In 2019, when Giannis won his first MVP, he held an emotional MVP speech. He took a moment to see where he started and where he ended up and made everyone cry, including himself.
I want to thank my amazing brothers. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are my ride or die. You guys are my role models, man. I look up to you guys. Thank you for everything you guys do for me.
There is one more big man that we need to talk about, because Dirk Nowitzki made every NBA fan cry. From his draft in 1998 until the very end of his career, he remained with the Dallas Mavericks. Therefore, he had a very close bond to the franchise and wanted to bring them a championship. However, after 10 years in the league, Dirk still couldn't manage to do so. He went to the finals in 26, but ended up losing against the Miami Heat. Later on, in 2011, the Mavericks again went to the finals and Dirk had another chance. During the series, he felt sick and people already marked this series as lost, but Nowitzki wasn't going to lose. Despite being sick and having troubles with his foot, he gave everything on the court. Finally, the Mavs beat the Heat in 6 games and Dirk made his dream come true. He immediately ran to his locker room to burst out in tears. That's surely a beautiful way to make fans cry.
For the first time in franchise history, the Dallas Mavericks have won the NBA championship. And the MVP of this series, Dirk Nowitzki.
Tell me which moment made you cry the most. The 2011 finals were quite epic, to be honest. Seeing Dirk Nowitzki versus LeBron James was a legendary matchup. But this wasn't the only time NBA legends met. Take Kobe versus Jordan for example. You definitely have to see this one. So check out this video about when one NBA legend meets another. You can go now, because this one is over. Just click on the screen and I'll see you there.